Sure, hold on. We'll start with the intro real quick. What's
Yeah.
up, y'all? It's your boy Will Con. Welcome to the Ecstasy special alongside my man right here.
Ryan Kingston.
Yeah, man. What's up? What's poppin', everybody? So, interesting week. 2 weeks we've had in hip hop.
Very
Very
interesting.
interesting 2 weeks, highlighted by the release of Lil Uzi's long-awaited album "Eternal Atake" this past Friday. Ryan Kingston, what are your thoughts on that?
Man, so first, it came a whole week before I expected it. Many people were speculating that it would be dropping on Friday the 13th. You know, not mostly because just how Friday the 13th fits into Lil Uzi's aesthetic. This has been a long-awaited album, his second studio album. I believe he dropped Love Is Rage 2 in 2017.
That's right.
And but we've been waiting on this album since about like probably like a month after Love Is Rage 2 dropped. He started announcing it. He, like I said, eternal means forever, and a take means to overtake. Therefore, eternal take means that he's overtaking basically like forever. Like that it's like Lil Uzi's world, and he kind of he, you kind of need to listen to it a couple times in order to really get what he exactly was going for. And it's kind of, and a lot of it is just that it's Lil Uzi's world, and we're living in it. And he's kind of had that theme throughout all of his albums, but I feel this is the most complete theme wise, but it's not his best.
Not his best. What do you think? So, we'll turn to that. What do you think is the best Lil Uzi Vert album?
Ah, the original Love Is Rage. The original Love Is Rage.
Hot takes with Ryan Kingston right here, right now. Eternal Atake. We rated what, like 500 days for that or something? Was it worth the wait?
Worth the wait? I would say barely. The problem is with a lot of albums that we wait too long for, we get our hopes up too much.
Then you expect.
Yeah, I feel if Eternal Atake had dropped in 2019, same exact songs, like the entire same track list, everything, I believe that it would have been seen a lot better by
received
people.
a lot better.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
it would have been received a lot better, just simply because
They didn't have to wait as long.
yeah, when you make people wait this long, their expectations build up. They build up. You saw what happened with Kanye West and Yandi, which ended up becoming Jesus is King, which completely everyone's expectations were way too high for that. You could also see with the Carter Five. There are just plenty of albums. When you wait too long, it's just.
Carter 5 wasn't really his fault.
Well, yeah,
That was more label, like.
Yeah, well, so was Eternal Take.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Don Cannon.
Yeah. Which is actually another issue that
Yeah, Megan Thee Stallion just highlighted that she making millions, and after what happened in her contract, after taking it out to pay everything, after all said and done, she's ending up with $15K, and that's not how much she should be getting out for all the work that she's putting in.
Yeah,
Absolutely
exactly.
not. That's unacceptable.
The problem is in the music industry, these artists don't have the proper representation from the start. Because when these artists are starting, they don't have all these like resources. They don't have a lawyer that they could easily hire to look over every little detail to make sure that they're not getting screwed in the contract. And so we just see now all these artists just not being able to release music simply because of small things in their contract, little loopholes that the label has, so they could maximize the amount of
Their
money they make
profits.
off. Yep.
You're just a product to them. It's unfortunate,
Yep.
really. But back to the topics. We also had another album released this past couple weeks. Is PTSD by G Herbo. Ryan Kingston, your thoughts on that?
My thoughts is G Herbo. He's always been in like a different lane from the contemporary music. I think G Herbo is someone that if he came out 10 years ago we'd be thinking, oh my God, like G Herbo, he's one of these like
Mm.
one of these guys in the upper echelon, and it his his lyricism, he kind of like paints a picture. It's like I don't know, it's he seems to be like when people talk about real rap, I feel he really fits that definition the most for out of like these modern day artists.
Heard you. I like the hot takes right here. No
Yeah.
more hot takes on the Ecstasy special with Ryan Kingston and Wilcom right here, right now. So I also have an experience to share with y'all. Over the weekend with a friend of mine, went to a Young Dolph and Key Glock concert, Sony Hall, PlayStation Theater, Sony Hall, down
How
in New
was it?
York City. It was a very good concert. Very good environment. And they look like, Young Dolph was a very good performer. He was very into it, with the crowd. And, they were no rules tour, which I like because they were like, it's no rules. We want to hear like what you want to hear. And people were like shouting out songs. And like, all right, bet, play that one. So yeah, that was good. But I got peed on.
Ooh.
At the Young Dolph and Key Glock concert. I felt something on my leg. I was like, what the heck is that? I turn around and yeah, there's a guy peeing on me. So I was like. And at first I didn't know what to do. I was just shocked. Like people were like, I would have beat him up. Like, the concert would have been over. I'm like, I was just shocked. I was like,
Yeah.
someone is peeing on me, and then his girl that he was with just like whisked him away, and I was like, wow. So that is my rap experience of the podcast right here for you guys. So moral of the story: don't get too messed up to where you're taking out your thing and peeing on the general admission floor.
Nah, man, I'm not sure what I would have done in your
Yeah, I mean,
situation.
I was just like, what?
Yeah.
I was lost for words at that point. I was like, I was unthinkable.
Yeah, I mean, I get like when you gotta go, you gotta go though. Like, but like
Not
not
on
on
someone.
someone.
Not on
That's more
someone.
like I find like spitting on someone is incredibly disrespectful. That's just taking it to a
Yeah,
whole
pissing
new
on someone.
level. Oh,
And look, I know he didn't mean it, but you can't be that effed up in a public place where you do that. Like that's strictly for like the home, like
Mhm.
or like at the party with your friends, not you know a concert. But yeah. So anyway, favorite song on Eternal Atake, Ryan Kingston.
Favorite song on Eternal Take, I'd probably have to go with Lo Mein. It's just Lo Mein or Homecoming. Those are just two incredibly fun songs. One song that is very very notable, and if anyone listens to it, they'll realize they recognize it a little bit. Is P2.
P2. I like P2. That's
I
EXO Tour Life
I
Part
think
2. That was brilliantly done.
it was so well done. The verses specifically, you could really hear the emotion. The only issue I had is with the chorus. He just didn't seem to bring the same energy that he brought to the chorus of EXO Tour Life, and I felt that energy that he had in the chorus where like it was a high energy. He was kind of like singing, but like it was a little bit whiny.
Yeah.
Like you hear the emotion.
I don't really care if you cry.
Yeah, it kind of seemed like for the chorus, he was just like I don't know, like I don't know, but everything else about that song was perfect. I listened to EXO Tour Live, then immediately had P2 queued up right afterwards, and it it really it connected well, and that's
I agree. It was very fluid. It was a relief. It was like finally new Uzi. Like now who's next? Who do you think's poised to have this 2020? I know we already asked this question in our last one, but things have changed clearly.
things
Uzi's
have
gonna.
changed. Yeah.
Uzi is expected to sell what 300K the first week, 325. I thought I saw.
He had over 1 million streams per track, and that it was an 18-track album, over an hour of music. Every single one of them got
Hit a
over a
million
million
streams
streams
the first day?
first half day because he dropped this. I believe
Like
it dropped like 11 o'clock in the morning,
noonish.
11 noon. Yeah, around then it got 1 million streams that day alone. So 50 Cent is now the executive producer of Pop Smoke's posthumous album, which will be dropping R.I.P. Wu. And so we've already been hearing some word about possible features such as Roddy Ricch. Obviously, he Pop Smoke has collaborated with the likes of Migos, A Boogie, Nav. So there's speculation that they will be on the album as well. 50 Cent has reached out to Drake about a feature on it.
I feel
And
like Drake on one of those beats would be great.
he had that track War produced by Axel Beats, who produced the track Gaddy off of the Jack Boys album, Pop Smoke and Travis Scott. And yeah, Drake actually sounds very good on those UK beats in my personal opinion.
I like Drake sounds good on anything, bro.
He gets a lot of hate for biting, but
I give him all the credit in the world for trying what he tries.
Yeah, a lot of people bite styles and do it so poorly. Let's at least give the man credit
for biting styles and doing it well.
Yeah,
you can
he's
tell
a jack of all trades.
You can tell he's trying to do it, and he'll. It's not like he's like, oh, I'm not trying to do it. Like, no, he's just like, yeah, this is what I'm doing. Like, you're legit when you get a By the way, it's posthumous. I think you said posthumous.
Oh,
I don't know how to say it. I don't. I want to. How do you pronounce posthumous? Nope. 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 Umous.
Here's what I found.
Posthumous.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I don't even remember what I was saying now.
Yeah, but with R.I.P. Wu, so
yes, R.I.P. Wu.
So 50 Cent, I believe 50 Cent is obviously the best person to executive produce this.
Absolutely.
50 Cent was Pop Smoke's idol. Pop Smoke looked up to him.
Clearly a very big influence on his career.
Yeah, 50 Cent even said that Pop Smoke was going to be the next 50 Cent.
There you go.
So
when you get the cosign, that's how you know.
Yeah, so I believe this is in good hands, much better hands than how other artist deaths have been dealt with, such as XXX Tentacion.
That's right.
Unfortunate with the amount that they are profiting off of his death. But then again, the labels do have him under contract. Even though he's passed away, like they do have the right for this. So I understand the business move, but I feel.
But as a human,
yeah,
I would put morality over business any day.
Yeah, there needs to be compassion in it. I feel it needs, when you drop an album of a deceased artist, it needs to seem like they really like they had more like input on how the album was put out, besides it's just their songs and then someone else arranged it, picked which ones. Like I want it to seem like it was like the artist had input on it, even though the artist has passed away.
Any final thoughts before we wrap up the show, Mr. Ryan Kingston? Any hot takes? Any more hot takes?
Let's I got into I've been seeing like a lot of argument over this recently. So Eminem fans have feel that Eminem is disrespected in the music community, which I agree to a point, but they try and exaggerate the amount he was disrespected by saying like, oh, he's more influential than X, Y and Z, like, all this stuff. And I just don't see Eminem's influence on the sound over someone like Kanye West or someone like a Lil Wayne. While I have complete respect for what Eminem has done, I don't really hear anything in mainstream music that I could hear and be like, oh wow, yeah, like Eminem.
This is reminiscent.
Yeah,
this is reminiscent of Eminem. Absolutely.
Like I hear Kanye all over the place.
Young Thug, Kanye West.
And Lil Wayne.
Yeah. But
I heard a whole bunch of Lil Wayne influence on Eternal Atake actually.
I like the Chief Keef produced track too.
Oh
Chrome
yeah.
Heart Tags. That was a good one.
Yeah.
Hot takes with Ryan Kingston. Look at this, man. He's Eminem. He's not disrespecting, but
No.
he is challenging the stands.
Yeah, I'm challenging the stands just simply because I well, Eminem has a bunch of things that he's known for. He's known for his lyricism. He's known for kind of like
pace that he can rap at.
Yeah, his flow, which you don't hear people really flowing like that, because the way he's trying to flow is by like getting in as many bars as possible. It's simply a skill thing.
Yes.
It's not about what sounds best. And when we're talking about the influence on the sound, you hear that today's music is more towards the aesthetic, what sounds best. So they use the voice as an instrument, like Kanye has. There's a lot more melodies. You hear even in the production, or
Absolutely.
especially with the 808s. Like 808s and Heartbreak is basically it's kind of like a starter album.
A baseline.
Yeah, you could tell like I feel just most of modern rap has branched out of that one album.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, there's been a viral video, viral song. There's this artist from LA named RMR, sampled the song "Bless This Broken Road" by Rascal Flatts, and many are saying that this song itself is going further down the Old Town Road that Lil Nas X was on, into more of a collaboration between country and hip hop. I felt so the music video clearly blew up with the fact that he's singing this beautiful country song, but in the music video, it is basically like any typical rap music video with masks, guns, money. And so you just see the juxtaposition, I believe is the right term.
Yep.
In the video, so that clearly had a lot to help blow. But yeah, so the creativity that he shows
That
just
goes into it is absolutely
yeah,
It's very different.
and he has a cosign from Timbaland now, and just yesterday, RMR and Timbaland hit the studio together for the first time.
There you go. Boom.
So I'm making a pretty bold prediction that country rap will rise. Many people thought it was just going to be this little trend with Old Town Road, but I see I see it going in a much more artistic direction. Old Town Road was kind of, it was kind of built to just be a hit.
Mm-hmm.
I feel now country rap could actually build into this genuine subgenre that people actually like really like, go in and listen to. Like, I'm not really sure, but I just believe RMR definitely has a bright future. Great voice, very creative, and is gonna be doing what Lil Nas X had the opportunity to do. Lil Nas X still he didn't make any wrong decisions. Lil Nas X had the opportunity to continue with this country rap route and build this up, but he rather became his own artist, his own person.
I don't blame him.
I do not blame him. Honestly, I love everything Lil Nas X has done. I'm just happy to see this these other artists coming in and giving just making country rap like a legitimate thing.
All right. That was the Ecstasy Special Podcast. I am Will Conn alongside my man
Ryan Kingston.
and we will see you next time.
Have a blessed day.